We're waiting for you.
Okay. I'm Fletcher Graham from Huntersville, North Carolina. I am director, which is pretty cool. Never done that before.
My name is John Bergio from Cleveland, Ohio, and I am also the director. We're co-directing, and I also don't know what else to say with that question. So, like, the real answer is we asked. Like, hey, can we do this? Sure. But the answer, like, when somebody's like, why is it that way? Because comedy movies are good with two creative forces behind it, because people play off each other in comedy, and two people playing off each other when writing and directing helps a lot with putting in not just a full story, but the jokes that are needed with the full story.
A lot of like script rewrites, I would say. The producers liked our first draft of the script. We tried to go back through and like flesh out some things like they really weren't a fan of. So that was pretty hard, like finding like a happy medium between like what we liked and like what the producers were looking for. The kids are amazing, which I was like really excited about and didn't think we would get. Like out of all the kids we got, like we only got like 8 auditions, right, from kids.
Yeah, and it was
and like 4 good ones. And so like really happy with the crew we got. Older brothers as well, like I think they're doing great. A lot of location stuff, finding good places, a lot of scouting.
Like, we choose a location, but we're not choosing it because of the accessibility. We're choosing it because that's what we're looking for. And then the fantastic team we have Kira and we have Adonis and Jody and a whole bunch of actual production people whose job it is to take what we want creatively and then make it happen. So that's why I would say the big difference between us and then I think the DP is the middle of making it look pretty as well as making it push the story.
First and second day we had like normal set issues, kind of like at each other's throats a little bit, which like 90% of sets I've been on, everybody hates each other by the end, if I'm honest. And like we've been doing great, like
I feel the majority of the hating each other was done day 1. After that, like there was again a little bit at the beginning of day 2, and then we really snapped by the after lunch. I think once everybody got food and then it was good. And then today, knock on wood, it was a slow day, soft day.
It was a really fun day though too.
Yes.
It was a cool location, like our house obviously, so like a lot of just hanging out, a lot of like having fun.
Yeah. So we're hoping that continues with the night, because going into tomorrow, which is again by far the hardest day, I fear we might be at each other's throats again, but I don't. It's one of those, we've been with each other long enough where even like if we hate each other 1 week of not talking to each other is gonna fix all the solutions. Knock on wood. Like there's gotta be something that we.
There's like small stuff, like I wish we would have changed the names of the characters to like just the actors.
And that would have
It's
made
just
it
like an
a lot
extra
easier.
step every time we got to talk to them of like, Jose, Benito, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, our main character is also the name of our camera op.
That's another hard
So
one.
that's
We didn't know
always
that
something.
one.
Yeah.
Wrote it. And something we could have easily changed but didn't think of until now, and kicking ourselves on that one. There's a lot of, again, I will take most of the blame of snapping of like, just get it done, which I know personally I need to work on as a whole. And in past productions I've had to work on a whole, and in future productions I will. But a lot of just like a quick, get this done without a please or a thank you, or even like a high stress moment, like just trust me, get it done. Which gets it done, but doesn't get it done where anyone is happy in the end. And that's one that I at least regret doing. I imagine you didn't do it as much, but
I think it's fun. I'm like a fan of anarchy. I like it. As long as I'm not in the middle of it, it's cool to watch.
there you go.
Like, it got done in the end. We got all the shots we wanted. I think we solved all the issues. It's fun to watch. Crack some funny jokes at each other's expenses, which I think we've all gotten over. I think we've had fun on set. Like, I think we're gonna lose some points in the professionalism category, but like, I think it's been fun and like kept things lighthearted, even through like the heavier stuff.
Small, like even again, if it's a joke at one of our own expenses, we would not shy away from doing it on set. Even if it's horrible to say, the hardest thing they can do is fail us. Taking this class again isn't that horrible. I'd be almost excited to do it because I'm having such a good time. I'm hoping to go to some festivals, but that's, everyone says that as well, and very rarely does it happen. A good film would be nice. Something that like in 10 years when I look back, I'm not like, oh man, that was the worst thing I did.
I'm hoping that like even if it's not the best, it's still like at least semi-solid.
Yeah.
As far as like it works, there's no like glaring mistakes. Like even if some of the jokes fall, as long as it still tells a story. So I think at its core, like the story's different at least from stuff that Full Sail does.
By far.
So if the edit comes out at least enough for the story, I'm happy with that.
And I'm also just hoping someone laughs. Like if the worst thing, even if like it's completed and it looks good, and there's no major errors with it, if when we're watching it, it is silent to the audience, like we failed. In my eyes,
Yeah.
Silence is the worst thing when listening to a movie. It kills me. I'm gonna admit it, the director's one of the easiest jobs on set. It's like a glorified PA. You just have to show up early and know what you're talking about. Whereas everything else has been like highly skilled and crafted. And it's hard, especially when people are looking up and there's two people splitting a super easy job. So I want to, sincerely, and it's not because this is being recorded, I would tell the crew to their face, they're doing so much better than we expected. And without them, this film wouldn't be. If we didn't exist, if one of us died tomorrow, horrible to say, the film will still get done. If one of them dropped by tomorrow, the film's over. And that's anyone else on crew, even the PAs if they disappeared. So I would say my sincerest thank you for everyone as well. I want to squeeze in.
It's been like a cool experience, I think, like in total. Like I'm still like learning what I'm doing. It's been cool to like learn some things, picking up stuff like here and there. It's been like a cool experience. You do something cutesy, like put your arm like there and really that's a wrap.
High five?
Yeah.
Cool. One more try.
Can we look at the camera?
Yeah, should we?
Like, ready?
Yeah.